Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Wand and Crown. I'm Haley. That's Keely.
Wrong
Other
side.
way. Well, it looks the same on my side. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Keely is in the other box. You should know this by now. This week's episode, we're going to be talking about the amazing opportunity that we had to go on Royal Caribbean's Utopia of the Seas for our agency summit just a week ago. So we're going to just talk all about it because Keely hasn't been on a cruise ship in years. I haven't been on one in about 5 years since before the pandemic. Yeah, and it was on a much smaller ship. Utopia of the Seas is basically a floating city.
Yeah, not basically. It is. Let's be real.
It is. I mean, it has like a boardwalk. It has a central park. Like it's got everything.
Yeah. It's huge.
I think we're gonna just kind of like touch on day by day.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, first day. So we started. Obviously, we're Disney people. We stayed at Disney the night before, and then had breakfast over at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge before we got our car transfer over to the port, which was pretty simple, I would say.
Yeah, it was nice because it and this is the thing too, is like Haley said, we stayed the night before. That's always recommended if you're going out of a port that is not local to you. Like I'm close to the Baltimore port, so I wouldn't get a hotel here. Florida, yes, because on one of the other cruises I've been on, we almost did not get our luggage in time because we flew on the morning of.
Yeah, because you never know what's going to happen.
You don't. Even if your flight gets delayed, luggage gets lost. Like something could happen, so it's always best to get in like just the day before, one day before. And then that way you're set, you're calm, you're settled, and then you can get on your ship. And then Royal Caribbean, I think, offers transfers from the airport to the port, but not from other hotels. So it kind of leaves you to find your own transportation. Now, Disney Cruise Line does offer transportation.
Straight from their hotels, yeah.
Yes, and the airport, but I get very mixed reviews on that.
Also, we chose to do a private transfer because we had 2 kids with us that needed a booster seat and a car seat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the other, obviously, big thing. And it really wasn't that bad because it was 10 total of us on the way down and 7 on the way back, 7 or 8 on the way back. So it ended up being pretty affordable and probably the same as doing a transfer with the whichever cruise company. So I mean, and it was on our own schedule. It was our own space. It was our own people. It was really nice. And like I said, I think it was relatively, even cheaper than Uber, honestly. I just feel like it was.
Oh, yeah. It's like nice. $9 or something.
That sounds about right. Like 70 to 90, I would say, one way. Yeah.
And this you're guaranteed like a decent sized van that can carry all of your stuff.
And both of our drivers were there early, so they're like, no pressure. If you want to leave a little early, either way, we can get you there early. Or if you want to wait till your pickup time, like we can wait. It just gives you, and they're flexible with like the times and everything. If you need to change, if you accidentally book it incorrectly, travel agents are very bad. We love our clients' travel. We're on top of our clients' travel. We're horrible travel agents for ourselves. So if you accidentally book it for the wrong day, they were really responsive to correcting it and getting us set up for the right day. So yeah, no, I think that was a good choice for us. And I think for most people doing the private transfer, it just makes sense. If you have a big group of people, it makes sense.
Especially if you have a big group of people, because you can split the cost and it works out pretty well.
Yeah.
I think getting to the port was pretty easy. Like getting on the ship was much easier than I expected or remembered, because again, the last time that I traveled, it was out of Fort Lauderdale, Miami. So it was not Port Canaveral. So and this was also before I was a travel agent. So I did not have the help and advice of other people who cruise more often. I did not know that if you pre-check-in and pre-upload all of your documents, and you do your health check-in the day before and everything in the app, you basically just breeze right through. I mean, like the security is just TSA security.
Yeah. And we got the express. Royal Caribbean has the express boarding. I don't know. I think we were ahead of you guys by a bit.
Yeah, you did express boarding. We did not have express boarding solely because one of the people in our cabin, her passport didn't get there in time, so she had to use her birth certificate, which was fine because it was just the Bahamas and you don't need your passport to get on a cruise. Do it. Just in case. Just to be safe. We were on a Utopia, it's the like wildest weekend or the biggest weekend.
Yeah. I can't remember.
It's a 3-night cruise. Like it's Nassau, perfect day at Coco Cay, and back home. It's not.
And their island, you don't need a passport because it's their island. It's a controlled environment. So yeah.
But so we didn't do express. But even with that, it was very quick. I mean,
I don't even remember going through security.
Yeah, Brooke and I got checked in very quickly. I went to the bathroom, came back, and then Meredith was done. Like in just
quick.
It was very quick, and then we just all got on the very overwhelming ship right away.
What are you talking about?
Oh, and I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Once you get out of your car at the port, they will take your luggage for you up to your room. So you're not carrying, if you're on like a 7-day cruise or something, you're not carrying
your big check
bag. Like just get a small bag with the stuff that you want for that day. Like if you think that before your room's ready, you're going to want to change and go work out or get in the pool straight away or something, but you don't want to wear that onto the ship, pack a small bag with that. But everything else and medication, just
anything you think you're going to need for the first few hours that you're on the ship, have with you, or anything you cannot lose, valuable, or like you said, medication, anything that you don't want to lose or need within the first, let's say, 4 hours of the ship. I overpacked. It was also my first time traveling with baby. So I was like, I need all of this stuff, and I didn't know what we were going to need. Of course, we touched literally none of it.
Yeah.
But
we did not.
I also, well, and my thing is too, again, I think going from staying at Disney and doing a pre-night stay, which was good, but then having in my mind, what do I need for the cruise? And then I'm like, what if we don't have, because we had early dinner. So my thought too was, what if we don't have our room in time? What if we don't have our luggage in time? Like, so I kind of did that too. So I way overshot. So that was part of it. And then again, I was like, I don't know what we need for Lucas besides like diapers and snacks and water. He was content.
You didn't even need the snacks because Windjammer's open right away.
He did eat some snacks, but like he's a hungry hippo. He's always hungry. So gotta stay strapped with the snacks. But yeah, so the other thing, and this was a big question I had, Royal's website on strollers is not clear. It's a very quick canned little statement of like, strollers need to be stored in your stateroom.
Yeah.
Okay, does that mean I can use them? You can use them on the ship. It was we did not leave that room without our stroller, and we had a travel size one. It folded up. We didn't even fold it up in the room. Sometimes we just put it in front of the door because, like, if it just. But having the stroller was a lifesaver. So if you're going with a little kid on a cruise, take a stroller. I think most cruise lines, besides like Virgin or like Viking or where there's not kids, they're gonna allow it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can like take that and then take like a bag for like each adult and like you're good. I way overpacked. So yeah. But I'm also an overpacker.
What, you traveling side? Never.
No way. But yeah, like Haley said, so there was a lot of food places open. I think all of them were open for lunch.
I don't think that A Loco Fresh was open right when we got on the ship.
Not immediately.
Windjammer and Cafe Promenade were the two main ones that were open right when we got on the ship.
Okay, that sounds right. And then we went to
Valerian was as well, because that's where we went for lunch.
Yes. And we ate breakfast there every morning, which I really liked. That was on Brooke's recommendation. They still had like 3 2 buffet sections and then the omelet station with some more stuff. I felt like they had a good selection. Seating was a little tricky.
Yeah.
It worked out. We didn't have to fight for seats anymore because I think people very much eat and go.
Yeah.
So I really like that. I feel like it was very
chill.
Yes. I didn't go into Windjammers just because it was just we weren't on that side of the ship. Solarium Bistro was right above us because we were on the aft. No, we were on the fore.
You were on the other side. And
You're
Solarium,
right.
Solarium's right above Windjammer. But you don't know that because you didn't go to Windjammer.
I know, that's why I'm like, wait, I'm like all screwed up now. Okay, I don't know. But yeah, we were only there for 3 days. I can't learn the whole ship in 3 days.
Solarium Bistro is the restaurant that is attached to the adult-only solarium area that has pools, bar, it's got some hot tubs, loungers, all sorts of fun stuff. It's very calm, very chill. Solarium Bistro is not adult only.
Yeah.
They have high chairs like that, if that doesn't tell you how not adult only it is. But because it's attached to the solarium, there aren't a bunch of kids running around, and not to say that's bad, but it does lend itself to a calmer atmosphere.
I don't want kids running around either. Lucas was not running around.
No.
All kids, I don't like any kids but my own. No, I'm kidding. But no, you're right. And that's why I think too, it's just like a much smaller environment too. So it's not a cafeteria feel.
Yeah. Windjammer is huge. So we did Solarium Bistro. I want to say that our rooms were ready like right after lunch. We all kind of went back and went to the rooms and hung out. We ended up going back to the adult only solarium area to just kind of hang in the lounge area, the swim area. Was that day? Yeah, we did that. I know we did it the next morning for sure.
I think you guys did because we had the early dinner. So we went back and we ended up getting, I think we put Lucas down for a nap and then, or no, maybe, I don't remember. I don't know what you guys did, but we went to early dinner.
Okay, so then we didn't do that. We wandered around, we got some drinks, hung out. I thought of something that we did halfway through that sentence and then it just immediately disappeared from my brain.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Oh no, it was an important thing too. I know it was. It'll come back to me.
It will.
We're still in vacation mode.
Right. All right. Well, dinner.
Pause. Dinner was...
You'll think of it. So
yeah. Windjammer. I'm sorry. So we went to Windjammer for like kind of a pre-dinner because 2 of my roommates that we're staying with both have allergies. Brooke and Meredith. Meredith was on our allergy episode a while back. So if you've seen that, you remember she's allergic to a ton of things, which is sad for her.
She's allergic to, yes.
Yeah. So we wanted to go to Windjammer because we knew that it'd be more likely that she would find something to eat and fill her up there than at main dining on the first night, because it's hard for them to make adjustments on the first night. They can do some things like, okay, here's some gluten-free bread. We can suggest this without dairy, but when you've got gluten-free, lactose intolerant, dairy allergy,
tomatoes, cocoa powder,
vegetarian, that's a lot for them to work around on the first night, which they were more than willing to try to do, but we knew that she needed to try to have actual
sustenance.
Food. Yeah. Especially because we all had the drink package and we were drinking. And we didn't want to be those people.
Not on the first night.
So it was kind of busy on that night.
Did you see we lost power for a second.
Just keeping going. Keely has storms going off and on around her right now. Windjammer was kind of busy. It was not swamped like it would be at a normal meal time.
Yeah.
So I liked the variety of foods that I saw there. I don't know that I would want to try it during a main meal time.
Yeah.
I think that would be a lot for me, and I get overwhelmed, but I don't get overwhelmed like super easily. So if you are someone who gets overwhelmed super easily, I would suggest avoiding Windjammer for the main dining time. So like breakfast is probably like 8 to 9. Try going at 10, or try going down to Cafe Promenade and getting something there, or go to the Solarium. It's more chill.
Yeah, for sure. Cody went when we were when we were actually in our summit. I think Cody went at like 2 or 2:30, and he said it was not bad at all. So again, 2:30 is a weird time for people to go get food. So yeah, he said it wasn't bad.
Pretty much open 24/7.
Yeah, mostly. Or you can go get pizza and ice cream.
Yeah. Sorrento.
And they have dairy-free.
Dairy-free.
I was going to say dairy-free and gluten-free pizza too. So
I don't know about tomato-free, though. Definitely.
They could probably make a white pizza. I love white pizza. I bet they could make a white pizza.
See, there's just so much that we didn't get to do.
It's fine. We'll just go back again. Right.
So you had early dining. Can you tell me what that was like? Because I think it was probably very different from
just from what we talked about. Yes. So we had the early dining. So ours was 5. We were there around between 5 and 5:15 because again we have a 1.5-year-old in tow, but we were there within 20 minutes of it starting. We were kind of seated. I think we weren't in the same area as you guys. We were kind of seated like in the back corner, which was nice because it was very quiet. It was us and then everybody else in our section besides like maybe 2 other families we knew. Like we had our own table, which was nice. We didn't have to share a table with anybody. We knew 4 other groups of people that were sitting in our section. It was very quiet, and the whole dining room was like that. Like it was very quiet. It was very calm. I know. And again, the service was great. Like Lucas prefers like strawberries and like pineapple. So by the second night, like you were saying earlier, second night they had strawberries and pineapple to go. They knew what he wanted, and that was great. They knew he wanted chocolate chip cookies. Like what 1.5-year-old doesn't want warm chocolate chip cookies as dessert?
And feed him.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I was happy with the early dining. I'm glad we did that because he's on a schedule, so that was nice. And it was very calm. It was nice to, I don't want to say get it over with, but like kind of be done with it, and then we could go on with the rest of our evening.
Yeah.
And so the only issue, not really an issue, not a dining issue, but like a cruise thing. So it's in the aft of the ship. And I remember Brooke saying this. Brooke said all the dining is in the aft and all the entertainment is forward. So, except for the
is in the back, but
yes, besides that. But anyway, so the only thing that I noticed, I get motion sickness. I'm not going to say easily, but it takes me a day to like kind of get my sea legs on cruises.
Yeah.
We were leaving port like.
Yeah.
So I was still adjusting. I did not do well at dinner the first night. I didn't get sick or anything, but I like didn't eat all my dinner. I just was like, I could just feel it. And I'm like, it's okay, it's fine. By the time we got back to the room and like I laid down, we were at the forward of the ship. We were port side forward. By the time we got done dinner and I like took a minute, I felt better. And I really didn't have another bout of any kind of seasickness. Not that I was seasick, but yeah, that was probably the only little bit, was just that first like a little bit of adjustment leaving the port. But outside that, dinner was great. I mean, food's good.
That's late dining was a little different because most of the families on board are going to want to aim for early dining, because early dining's at like 5:30.
It's 5, yeah.
Which is kind of early. I wish they would like even 30 minutes would.
5:30 is perfect.
5:30.
I wish it was 5:30, but yeah.
But then I think they would have to push late dining back even further. And late dining is at 8:15, or I'm sorry, 7:30.
Yeah, that's
8:15 is Disney. Which what?
Oh yeah, because early dining's 5:15 there. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. 7:30. Some of my friends are going to hate this because they like grew up eating at 9 o'clock. I would have loved being in your timing because I am right there. Like it was loud.
Yeah.
It was like people had time to hit the bars
Drink.
and whatnot. One of the nights the table next to us, some guy came up carrying a bottle of champagne and a bottle of vodka. I'm like, I was like, okay, this is not my energy right now. So I did get a little overwhelmed at dinner some nights. It was just very loud, and I probably would have been better off with the early dining.
Yeah.
Not the least because of exactly what you said. It's nice to I don't enjoy having to get ready for dinner that early, like to leave whatever I'm doing and then have to get ready even earlier. But I enjoy eating and then spending the rest of the night just hanging out with people.
Yep.
Like the second night that we were on the ship, we booked the Solarium Bistro for dinner because it is reservation only for dinner.
But that's not an extra cost.
No,
correct?
It's not cost. And it is still a buffet. But we looked at the menus there and we went, okay, there's definitely stuff here that Meredith and Brooke will both be able to eat. So we want to have at least one night where we know they're going to be able to eat well. So that night our dinner was at 6:30, and after that we went and we hung out with you guys in Central Park, and we just sat and talked and like listened to music and drank and whatnot for hours.
Yep.
That was my favorite night.
That was perfect timing.
It was perfect time. You know, you get done with dinner, you go, you hang out, and you stay for as late as you want. Versus when we were done with dinner the first night, we weren't out of there until like almost 10.
And we were in the cabin asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were in the cabin because we had just been exhausted from the past 2 days. We didn't know how Lucas was going to do. And this is another thing too. We were talking about the rooms. If you have a kid, they have pack and plays and they'll put it in your room. They set it up. They ask you not to set it up because I'm assuming people have broken them. So like our room attendant, he set it up for us. So yeah, we were in our room asleep with him by like probably 9:30 that night, which I think worked out good because you guys had very late dinner. We were just exhausted. He was exhausted.
Yeah.
I think it worked out, unfortunately.
No, I'm sure it worked out, but it was like, we were done and then it was like, okay,
what now?
Well, yeah, like we just went back and went to sleep because it was like, all right, well, we don't really want to go out.
Like get started this late because we're old now.
Yeah. Now, if we had been done at 7, it would have been like, okay, yeah, sure, let's go to a bar on ship. And then that kind of has a way of making you keep momentum, keep going, and having a good night.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, yeah. Something about a migraine.
No, thank God.
I mean,
I had lots of those on the ship because I was dehydrated.
Yeah.
Thanks, Liquid IV. Hey, it fixed me. I swear. That was another thing too, is we all brought Liquid IV. Not necessarily for drinking. I think just because on the ship, it's just like going to Disney or Universal in the winter time. You're hot on the ship, but you're also just not thinking about it. I think like the first day or two, I struggled because I'm like, I'm not thinking about drinking enough water because I have to go find the water.
And you're lulled into kind of a false sense of security.
Yeah.
Because you're going in and out of air conditioning, but you're still in the Bahamas and
still hot.
Is stronger there, even if it doesn't feel like it. And heat stroke is a thing, so don't do that.
Yeah. So I definitely was dehydrated. Cody was dehydrated at work the day after we got back, and I think that was I think he didn't drink enough at work the first day back, but then I also think he was dehydrated from being on the ship and probably not drinking enough water. So, and not like Cody and I were drinking that much, so it's not like that did it. It was definitely just not drinking enough water. So we all brought Liquid IV with us, so that definitely helped because I was getting headaches from not drinking enough water. And they have water throughout the ship. If you have the drink package, you can just go get water bottles, but we didn't have the drink package, so like we just filled our water bottles up or got drinks when we were at restaurants, which worked fine. Just have to be conscious of how much water you're drinking.
Or if you have nice friends, they will grab a water bottle for you.
Yes, exactly, especially for Lucas. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely think that dining, I think you and I have very different experiences, and I think that'll dictate what people choose to do.
Yeah.
of what
I'm
experience they want.
really interested to try some of the specialty dining. I don't here's our overall theme for this episode. This is an amazing ship. There is not enough time to do everything.
Not at
Like
all.
a 3 or 4 night there's not enough time because
It's a
really
full
it's only
week.
2 full days on the ship, and one of those days you're at perfect day at Coco Cay. So why are you going to be on the ship unless it's raining, and then you have enough time to do stuff? But like, no, you need more time.
Yeah.
Lots more time. So I would love to do some of the specialty dining there. What I really, really liked about it was that uh, some of the more upscale dining locations were located off of Central Park. It
Yes.
kind of gave it like this nice atmosphere. Like Chops was off there. Was it 150 Park?
Yes. The hibachi place. I can't
Yeah,
remember the name of
Izumi
it.
is off of it.
Yes.
And then like over by Boardwalk, they had Playmakers, which is the sports bar.
Sports
So like
bar.
everything kind of had its spot, which
Yep.
was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. And they had in Central Park the nights, because that's where we ended up hanging out. The 2 nights we did, they had it wasn't a quartet, it was a duo.
Yeah, so do it.
Duo.
Oh.
Yeah, guitar and violin, right? I know. I wish it was a little bit quieter. We were talking about that, like just a smidge quieter, but it was a really nice atmosphere. And again, it just feels like you're not sitting on a ship, like you're just sitting in a park hanging out.
Yeah.
And there's a bar there. There's bathrooms right there. There's the rest. It was a very nice atmosphere.
I mean, and when we say park, there are trees, there are
Trees.
there are like it feels like you are walking through a nice park. There are like the Edison lights are up. And oh god,
Yeah, no, that was
trip there.
I think that was probably my favorite part of the ship was Central Park at night.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that busy. I don't know why. I don't I just feel like there's other parts, like the one night I walked around with Amy, and because they did the early dining with us, and we walked around when you guys were eating, and we were just like, there's so many people other parts of the ship, and we're like, why are you not hanging out this like really cool, chill, quiet spot where you can just hang out? Like I don't know.
No, don't go there. Don't go there. That's
You're right. No, it's horrible.
no, it's horrible,
But
awful.
I will say the last night though it did get busier because I
Yeah.
think people started to realize that it was nice.
Yeah.
But that first night was like perfect. So,
Day
and
2.
then yeah.
Day 2 we already said we did breakfast every day at Solarium because that was just easy. And then again, we went to so some of us had our bathing suits on, so we went straight from Solarium Bistro into Solarium and just read and relaxed and whatnot for the few hours before we had to get ready for our actual training.
And I had to go out to the splash pad with all the babies in diapers.
Okay, so talk about that because I think I remember you saying that there wasn't. So we were very excited for the splash pad, but there was a limited area that Lucas could go to because he had a
Yes. So this is one thing that I was doing a lot of research before the trip because and this was, I mean, I didn't see this anywhere. So this was like a big thing I wanted to talk about because I couldn't find enough information.
Yeah.
There are no actual swimming pools on the ship that babies in swim diapers can get in. First of all, I get it. But
can
you have one?
Yeah.
One. Nope. No actual swimming pools that you can get submerged in if you have a swim diaper on. Okay, I can get past that. Cool. They have this whole splash pad area. Great. So much to do. Nope. If you are in a swim diaper, you have one little up and down slide and some stuff around it. That was it. The other really cool areas for bigger kids. And I understand having separate sections.
Yeah.
But you need to have more because a lot of people are going on this with kids. They're going on it with their little kids. Some of them are in swim and like most kids are in swim diapers up till like 2 to 3. Like we're not talking
Yeah,
like, oh,
depends.
the first year they're in diapers and then they're
Yeah,
not. Up to some 3 year, I would venture to say 50% of 3-year-olds are not potty trained quite yet. They're still in swim diapers. So I just, I don't know. I wish they had a little bit bigger of an area. I wish they had a pool or a little bit bigger of a splash pad area for babies in swim diapers. One of the two. Don't need both. One of the two. Um, I mean, Lucas had a great time, but then once there was like 4 or 5 little kids running around, then it
yeah,
got busy. And I'm like, and it was fine. It was like an hour because he's a year and a half. So, it's not like he's out there running around. I mean,
yeah.
perfect day he was, but like, on the ship, he wasn't running around for hours. Um, so if you have an older kid, I think it's great. There's so much for them to do. I think if they're still in swim diapers, it's going to be a little tricky. Um, but just if you know that going in, and I had a feeling that was the case because, like I said, I just wasn't finding a lot. Um, but I mean, you just know that going in. But perfect day was great, and we'll touch on that in a second because really, I mean, I feel like that was most of our second day was just hanging out and then
Yeah.
dinner and all that.
We had
But
the summit.
mhm,
So you can do conferences on board. They have a whole conference
mhm,
center.
mhm.
Um, you just have to
Book
find
it
it,
that way.
not get lost.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. You guys got lost. I found it perfectly fine by myself.
I, in our defense, we there's no signage once you get off the ship or off the elevators, and we turned left, and it was like right and down the corner.
But
But there
Miranda
was
was
a
right
sign right.
there.
No, she wasn't. There was a sign right there that said conference room this way. So we were like, okay, cool, we'll go that way. And we walked and we walked and we walked and we walked, and there kept being signs that said conference room this way. And we're like, okay, cool, or conference center. We kept
Yeah.
going. Finally, we got to the end, and some poor crew member was like, "Where are you going?" Trying to get to the conference center. He goes, "Yeah, you need to go back out to the elevators and go that way." Okay, cool. And then immediately when we crossed over to the elevators and turned right, there it is. But
Yeah.
there was nothing once you got immediately off anyway. So day 3 was perfect day at Coco Cay. And I truly feel that it was the perfect day, even though I started off not feeling fabulous. Um, I will attribute that to both you and Brooke. Or not Brooke, Meredith. Um, God, do you know how many times I did that on the ship?
It's fine. We're all the same person at this point.
Um, so I would say we probably got off the ship a little bit later. I would have liked to have gotten off just a teensy bit earlier.
Yeah.
Because I want to say that uh, the gangway was open probably an hour before we got down there.
It was like 8:30 or
Yeah.
7:30. It was early.
Um, and we kind of took our time a little bit because we'd stayed up late the night before, and Meredith wanted to go to the gym. She loved the gym, by the way. Like, so this Meredith, if you haven't seen any of our things, does all of the Run Disney races.
All of them.
Uh, so, and she's like constantly training. So the idea of being off of her training for several days in a row was not great for her. But she got over to the gym and did the treadmill. She did like a 4-mile run on the treadmill and like everything. So she loved it. And she said she did not feel like she was at sea at all. Wow. So anyway, we got a bit of a later start.
Yeah.
So lamb breakfast, and then immediately like went to get off the ship. Meredith met up with us later. We had a cabana. It was very nice.
I'm so glad Brooke recommended that. Even if we didn't have Lucas with us,
Yeah.
I mean, we still would have done it, but I think having it with him was great. But like that was, and again, we just maxed it out with the amount of people we could have, and it was like perfect. And everybody was like, I don't think we were really all there at once, besides like a handful of times.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't overly crowded.
Peter was hardly ever there.
Yeah.
Oh, let's be real. That was a spot for him to leave his stuff with Cheryl and Cheryl to hang out with us.
Yes.
It was wonderful because we love Cheryl.
Yes.
That was the way to do it because our attendant Byron was just
Oh my God, he was so good.
phenomenal. He was amazing. I cannot say enough good things about him. Um, I that's so I said I got off the ship not feeling fabulous. No idea why. Just apparently my stomach decided that that morning was the one that it wanted to not cooperate with. And I was feeling very sad because I knew we had this cabana. I was like I just wanted to relax and like enjoy the food and enjoy essentially being waited on, having the drinks brought to us and everything. Keely and her mom brain recommended ginger ale. So I asked for ginger ale, and Byron just like kept them coming. He kept checking on me literally the entire day. Like 5 hours after I said I was feeling fine and I was doing better, I had eaten mozzarella sticks, like, which would not agree with an upset stomach. He was still checking on me to make sure that I was feeling well. Like, A plus.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think we had a really great experience. I think, yeah, like you said, between the service and the cabanas, the location where we were was great because we were by the pool,
Yeah,
but we weren't far from the ocean either.
Mhm.
And there was just enough of like a buffer, like a shrub buffer between the pool and us that like, I know
it was so quiet.
but it was enough where you're somewhere, like you can hear the background noise, you can hear it, but it's literally background noise.
Yeah.
It was perfect. And like you could, as you were walking between the two, you could hear it fading out, like just between it was just the perfect, like, you're on an island, you could hear it, but you're not in it, and it's like a reprieve from it.
Yeah.
Like I love background noise. I have the TV on constantly, and that's what that reminded me of. Like it was just like enough noise but not too much.
Yeah, it was not. And the second that you walked back into the pool area, it was like, oh my God, how did this many people get here? And we did not realize it.
Yep.
Like, what?
Yep.
And these were not tall bushes. Like, they were little, like maybe chest high, if that, bushes.
They
were not a lot. I don't know. It's cruise magic or something, but
right. It was just enough to just dampen that noise down. Like Lucas, I mean, again, kidnaps anywhere, but like he napped in the stroller in the cabana, like perfectly fine with all that noise going on.
There
and
were
then
behind it, which were nice.
Yeah. Yep. There was the hammocks behind it because I think Brooke took a nap there. Cheryl almost did, but Brooke did. And then we walked behind there, and then we were it was like not even a 5-minute walk over to the ocean. So
love that section of the ocean. I have since seen pictures from some of the other agents and videos where it was a bit nicer of a beach. Just the area of the beach that we were in very much reminded me of a lake.
Yeah.
And I don't love lake swimming. I like beach swimming. It was very calm, which was nice. So there were no waves. But it also smelled like a lake and had weeds like a lake. Anyway.
Yeah, and barracudas.
The barracudas were cute. That's not like
baby barracudas. Yeah, it was. And they have the over the water cabanas there, and like, my first thought was you're paying all this now, and then again the noise thing, you're going to be like right in the middle of people splashing around the ocean. I would get so annoyed. I would get so annoyed at that.
The only thing that I would enjoy about that is that you could jump off.
They had slide. Yeah, they had slides, so that would be like cool,
but otherwise, no. And you would not have been able to relax because we would have been constantly terrified that Lucas was just going to like toddle his way right off.
Yeah, if he was older, like significantly older, then yeah, sure, but like not at this age, absolutely not.
They're like $3,000.
Yeah, no, ours was like perfect.
I
will say,
know that I'll be able to do perfect day again without one.
No, you're spoiled.
No, and I'm never like doing a group that big again. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'll probably go with you guys at some point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll go again. Don't worry.
We need to go on Icon because Icon is very similar to Utopia, but it has the longer
itinerary. Yeah. One thing that I did like about Perfect Day was Lucas could do everything there.
Yeah.
He could get in the pools.
Much fun.
The splash pad was so cute, and I think the difference there is they had like the slides for the bigger kids separated, which I wish they would do that on the ship. And I think that was kind of what like what controlled that. I don't know how they determine that, how it works on the cruises, of like how they determine like you need to swim or you don't, and while on the island you don't. I don't know, but
Probably
he was do what?
probably hygiene too. It's probably easier for them to
But
drain and replenish the water on the island than it is on the ship.
true. So the adults peeing in the swim up bars or just peeing in general because they don't want to get out anyway.
They're probably afraid that people are saying that they have a swim diaper on when they don't.
Ew, yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, so no, the splash pad on the island was great. He did that. He loved. Oh my god, the kid who was so
the
excited to do
dump
that splash
bucket.
pad.
He loved the dump bucket. Like
Yes,
giant buckets
yes.
just when he's like,
Uh
this is
huh.
I'm
Uh
getting
huh.
waterboarded, yay.
Uh-huh. 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 No, you love, and that's okay, that's the other thing on the ship. They didn't have that. They have that on the regular splash pad, and I know he wanted to go play with that on the regular splash pad, and he couldn't. So not being able to do it on the island, I know he was really happy about that. So, um, yeah, no, I was really happy that he could do that. He could get in the
Mhm.
pool. Not that he cared about the pool, but they have a zero entry part where they have like little fountains. He loved that. That's what he wanted to do. And then he started walking further, and I'm like, yeah, no, dude. Um, but yeah, no, that was great. Now we didn't do the water park.
No, we did not.
I
The water park is extra fee to get
yeah,
into. Um, it's a water park. Like there's more stuff, things to do around there. I mean, if like action adventure thrills, that's your thing, I would say check out the water park. We were more about just trying to enjoy our time
yeah.
and at a relaxed pace and not trying to feel like we needed to get our money's worth.
I think I think if you do that island 2 or 3 times, like if you go there on a few
Yeah.
different cruises, I think it would be worth it. Like I would be willing to do it once just to do it. But yeah, I would not. I also, again, I say this all the time, I'm not a big water park person. I love Volcano Bay. That's about it. So I think like for me, like I wouldn't get anything out of it, but I think doing it like once would be worth it.
Yeah, probably.
But I don't know that I would waste, oh, I don't want to say waste, that's not a good word. For me, it would be a waste. I would not waste my one day only if I knew I wasn't going back one to do that. But I
Yeah.
also don't care about that.
Yeah. I'm very much like anytime that I get on these types of trips, I don't even care if there's alcohol there. I am very much like a sun, sit back, read, relax, take a nap, like that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So having to go on all of the like a lazy river and slides and like, eh,
Yeah.
just stay at Disney the day before and take advantage of your free water park entry.
Because that's going through, is it fully through 26 now, or is it like half through 26?
It's half through 25 and then half through 26, I believe. They've got random dates.
Okay. Yeah.
It's Disney.
Right.
Um,
But yeah,
so
so we didn't do that. We had some of the other agents we work with, they did the adults only section of the beach. They had Amy did oh my gosh, what was it called?
I think it's Cocoa Beach Club,
Yes, that sounds right. Yes. So she did that. Um,
not the adult only part, but her family enjoyed that.
yes. Yes. And then they had the what was it, the Chill Lagoon or something?
Mhm.
That's where the zip lining is, and you can see the boat stocked. Um, and it's a big lagoon. Oasis Lagoon didn't give it away, or Chill Lagoon, or whatever. It's
And then Oasis Lagoon.
okay.
Chill
Yeah,
Oasis Lagoon.
I don't know.
There's so
We
many.
did not check out the food spots there either because we just had food brought to us. But I can't remember where Brooke knew where it was coming from because Brooke was our tour guide.
Yeah,
um,
Brooke is wonderful. I would book
yes,
cruise through Brooke.
you're right.
Yeah,
Brooke, book my next cruise for me.
please.
um, but yeah, I don't. It was just good. It was good. I would highly recommend a cabana if you are going to go between the pool and the beach. If you have a large party, or if you have kids with you. Also, waters came with it. I
Yeah.
think we said that, a safe, somewhere to store your stuff, the
Yeah.
attendant, like it was just honestly just overall, I think it was worth it. And check the app, like if you're booked, keep checking the app because they'll put them on sale.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we rebooked it several times because it kept going on lower sale.
Yeah.
So you can, up until like basically up until the cruise, you can buy, cancel, rebook at cheaper price, and then keep going. We did that with the drink package a few times as well. There's also there's also cabanas in the adults only area. There are cabanas at Chill Island. Like there are other places. So if you really don't want to do the beach, there are ones that are right by just the pool. You don't have to do the two for like there's pretty much one for just about every type of person.
Yes. Yep.
And they
So,
come with
and it'll tell you on the app too, like which section, and you can look up. I don't know if the map's on the app, but you can look it up and see where it is and see what your ideal location would be.
Yeah.
For sure. But I mean, like, get a cabana because it's just
so worth it.
It was so worth it. That was such a good thing. And again, we splurged on that, but not the water park. If we were to do the water park, probably wouldn't do the cabana.
No.
But I don't want to get the cabana.
No, never. And if I can guarantee that I have Byron every single time.
Yeah. No, he was on top of it. He was great. He was great, especially when we first got there because there was nobody else in the cabanas. The other ones that he was attending was just
cabana
us.
didn't get there until like 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'm like,
They got there.
I'm sorry, what? Like I would want to be
Late.
taking full advantage.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
understand.
and drink package works on the island too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And internet. I had it because I haven't cruised in so long. I had it in my head the internet just wouldn't work on the island. I was just like, no, like it's only on the ship and it's gonna be really like bad service. It was perfectly fine. Not the only reason. We needed it because of Summit. They requested that we had it in case we needed anything. And then I ended up using some of our onboard credit so Cody could have it. And I think it was like $62 for the what 3 days or whatever they consider it. I don't think that was too bad for him to have internet. We could still text. You can message in the app, which I actually didn't try because we all have iPhones, so we just were texting. We all had internet. But I mean, I thought it was worth it, and to have it on the island because I'm sorry, you're gonna read, but you're gonna scroll too.
Yeah, and it was nice to be able to still have contact with people back home.
Yeah, but you can ignore them if you want because you're on vacation.
Yeah,
but if you want to talk to them, you can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that was good. Yeah, no, I really was really happy with that private island.
Yeah. Okay, so this was night 3. Yeah. So dinner, fun stuff, whatever. I do want to say for dinner on the 3rd night, something to think about for allergies is if you're in the main dining room on your 1st night, you will tell the server what your allergies are. They write it down, and then you order for the next however many nights that you are going to be in main dining. So we already knew we're not going to be here for the 2nd night. We're going to be over at Solarium, but we knew we were going to be there for the 3rd night. So both Brooke and Meredith were able to pre-order both of their meals, and so was the other people. We were at the allergen table. Like, I mean, we had, so again, very different experience from Keely. I was at a table with not only Brooke and Meredith, who were my roommates, but one of the other agents, Brooke and her husband, Cam. And then one of the other agents, Ellen, and her husband, whose name is escaping me right now. I want to say it's Chris.
Joe.
Joe. Similar. Not at all.
And she's gluten-free.
Yeah. So all of them, everyone except for my roommate, Brooke, is gluten-free.
Okay.
And then roommate Brooke and Meredith are dairy-free. So the husbands and me were the only ones that didn't have to pre-order, but everyone else pre-ordered for the 2nd night if they were there, and for the 3rd night for on the 1st night of the ship. So that's nice. I thought that they treated allergies pretty well when we were in Solarium Bistro. the head chef came out and personally took Brooke and Meredith to every station and pointed out what they could and couldn't have.
Oh wow. Okay.
I do know I think they could have done better with the options on at least main dining, because while they were able to pre-order, I don't think it was fabulous options. I think that both of them, but Meredith especially, would say that they needed to do better.
It was lacking. Yeah.
It was lacking. I mean, the last night they brought her a giant plate of just grilled tofu. I mean, like tofu cubes, and she had asked for a salad with tofu, but they gave her a salad and then a plate of tofu instead of the salad with the tofu in.
Yeah, no, I would be annoyed.
So
Yeah. And they're used to,
a little better.
I think Brooke and Meredith are very much used to Disney, which handles allergies phenomenally, and how everybody really should. So
Yes.
I think that also, like, they're used to that good level of service, where coming here is, and I know Brooke has had a not so great experience with Royal and allergies previously.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's like anywhere else if you have allergies, just you just got to be cautious. You got to know what you're ordering, talk to whoever you need to talk to, the chef, the waiter, um, and advocate for yourself
Yeah.
too. And I know Meredith had snacks with her too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she
I
did.
mean, I always have snacks with me too.
Yeah, but I did appreciate that they took them around in Solarium Bistro, and I liked the fact that they were able to pre-order, so that while they didn't have a lot of options on the first night
They knew
for
they were.
modifications, they could essentially create a custom meal for the other 2 nights.
Yeah.
Whether said meal was tasty or not,
You're right.
I didn't. The only food that I really loved main dining was key lime pie the first night and French onion soup the last night. Everything else I was like, it exists.
I almost got the French onion soup, but I think I got, was it the night they had the tapas, the Greek tapas?
Yes.
It was hummus and
Sorry, that just reminded me. You can get as much of anything at main dining as you want.
Yeah.
You don't have to have one appetizer, one entree, and one dessert.
Oh.
You can have all of the appetizers, all of the entrees, if your stomach is that big.
Her waiter kept asking, do you guys want more? Do you want anything else?
Yeah.
Are you good? Do you want more? And I kept looking at Cody and I'm like, order more if you want more. And I almost did that night. I almost got the soup, and they're not big portions either.
No.
They're not expecting, it's like you're not getting, they're expecting you to order all 3 courses. They know most people are not accustomed to having 3 full courses of meals, but also if you order 3 courses, you're not getting huge plates of things either, because you're eating 3 courses. That's my only regret, is I wish I would have gotten the Greek tapas and then also the French onion soup, because that was one thing I know, and I almost ordered it with it, and then I didn't, and I kind of regret not doing it.
Such is life. I'm so sorry. Cam ordered multiple of just about everything every night. Cam is also like 6
10 feet tall.
Yeah. But he had like 2 plates of escargot on the first night and another appetizer, plus I think 2 entrees and a dessert. I was like, all right, go for it. If you want to try foods and not worry about like wasting money, the place to do it.
The first night, like I said, I didn't feel great at dinner, so I ordered a steak and I ate maybe half of it, like baked potato, and like my stomach hurts. No, thank you. So Cody had, I don't remember what his entree was, but he ended up eating my steak, the potato. We got Lucas mac and cheese. That was very good. It was very garlicky, so I think he didn't love it because of that. I thought it was very good. Cody ate that. I'm like, you could have just ordered, like, you did not have to eat our leftovers. I appreciate you being like environmentally friendly and not wasting food, but like you could have also ordered something else.
See, now that I know there's mac and cheese available, I'm very disappointed in my.
It was so good. Oh my gosh. Again, my stomach hurts. I only had a little bit, but it was really, 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 really good. Yeah. Next time.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So, lastly, disembarkation day or debarkation day, whatever you want to call it. I have no idea. The day you're getting off the ship. So the night before, when you get back to your room, you will get a nice little thing that says, here's how you get off the ship. Here are some luggage tags. So if you have a nice little carry-on size bag that you can work out of for the next morning, fantastic. What you can do is you can pack up just about everything in your main suitcase, put it outside the door with your little tag on it, and it's by a certain time, I think 10 p.m.
I think it's earlier than that. I feel like it was early.
Okay, yours was earlier because you had early dining probably. Ours was 10 p.m.
Could have been. Okay, that would
Ours
make sense.
10 p.m. because Brooke went back after dinner to go finish packing because she desperately wanted to do that.
Okay, that makes sense then. Maybe that's what it is based off of your dining time. Okay.
So put your suitcases outside. It's the same thing that they did at port. They will pick up your suitcases, they will take them to whatever storage holding place they have, and then when you get off the ship the next day, you go and you pick up your suitcase. Some of us don't know how to rearrange their schedules, their routines, and their bags to make that work. So we didn't do. Brooke was the only one in our group that did that.
Yeah. If we
she
didn't
had
have
a
Lucas,
fabulously easy time.
yeah, she did.
If you are getting off the ship and you have suitcases, like if you did not take advantage of that and you perhaps have two checked bag size pieces of luggage, plus your friend has a check size piece of luggage, plus a backpack, plus another backpack, plus a duffel bag. Perhaps
a lot.
Yeah, we packed a lot. To be fair, Meredith was also staying. She got
She had like multiple trips. She had like
before us and stayed 5 days out. Like she was there for a while.
She had like 5 legs to this trip. Yes.
Yeah. I would highly, highly, highly recommend either one, bringing said suitcases down to the main dining room with you when you go to get breakfast, because they will let you leave them in the foyer of the main dining room, and or go to the the forward side of the ship, because you were on forward.
Yeah,
we were on
up
aft,
and down.
To get the elevators.
I was trying to figure out where you were going with that. Yes.
Because Meredith and I went back to the room, got all of our bags, and we waited for the elevators for, I would say, probably 20 minutes because you guys were already downstairs.
We had trouble getting back up because we went right outside the dining room, but when we came back down because we were forward, I mean, there was nobody there.
Yeah.
And elevators were empty. Because
on the aft side of the ship is where all the dining is. Solarium, Windjammer, main dining, everything. Anyone who is eating is going to be trying to use those elevators. Anyone who took their bags with them, while they went to have breakfast and then is coming down from Windjammer or Solarium up at the very tops, they're going to supersede all those other levels. And if you are like us, you will end up not being able to get an elevator and having to then carry all 6 bags down 5 flights of stairs, which is not fun.
What do you mean? Hey, at least you went down and not up.
Yes, that is very true. I wouldn't have been able to do that. My knee would have just told me to screw right off. So yes, I would highly recommend just trucking straight onto the front of the ship and getting the elevators up there so that you are away from the main dining areas on the morning that you were trying to get off. Even if you don't have bags, because every single elevator that opened for us was full of people, and you wouldn't have even been able to get a single person on there without a bag.
Yeah, and we always had the stroller with us, so we had that extra. So yeah, that's why we struggled to get back up, because we were right there. Yeah. But even if you were just standing by yourself, that's still there was not
trying to think. There's some Southern colloquialism about swinging a pig and something. There wasn't enough room to swing something in the area. It's saying that it was tight.
No, I get where you're going. I'm just trying to follow.
What the colloquialism is, because I can't. I don't know. I hear people say stuff like finer than frog's hair all day long, so it's
Anyway, the elevators were rough. So yeah, just go forward on this debarkation day. I'm not I sound like you.
I think it's
Disembarkation.
You're disembarking.
You're disembarking, but it's debarkation day.
Debark. See, here's the thing. I was saying de-embarkation. That's
Yes.
Okay. Debarkation.
You were just mixing them together. Yeah. So anyway, so after we got done with breakfast, we got our stuff and we just got off. Went through customs. They check your passport.
Mm-hmm. Or your birth certificate and ID if you were American.
And I think that went easy for her. She was only like maybe 10 minutes after us. Maybe 10 minutes. So it wasn't that bad of a process.
No, it was not bad at all. It was getting off the ship was fairly painless, other than just being in a crowd of people.
Yeah, you're being a cattle that's herded. Yeah.
And then we got our private transfer back to the airport and
went home. Bill.
Kind of 13 hours later.
But you made it home.
Eventually. After the plane caught on fire or whatever.
It's fine. Overall, I think I don't know how to, I'm not a sit back and relax kind of person. I'm not. Yeah. I'm literally swiveling in my chair right now. I don't like sitting still. I think I had done Carnival previously. I had done I'd both done 7 nights, but I'd done one out of Baltimore, which I didn't love because it was a lot of days at sea. I had not gone with the right group of people, and I went before I was 21. So I think to me, like, that had left like a bad taste for it in my mouth. I think this going with a toddler is hard, but I think it's changing my mind. Like, I'm like, okay, I want to go back on another one, either when he's older, without him, like not try it again, but I think doing it this way even has changed my mind about, like, for me personally, like in cruising. So or like you said, do like a different ship, a longer itinerary. Like I want more. This was like a great
is perfect.
Yeah, agree. I think this is great for people who are questioning if they like cruising, are questioning if they would get seasick, if they want to just try it out. I think this is a great option.
Kids, and they're not sure if the kids are gonna like it.
Yep, because that's how Cody's never been on a cruise. This was his first cruise too with Lucas. Like, it was both of their first cruises. And he was like, I don't want to book another one until I know if I like it. And I think he liked it enough where, like, he's like, okay, I could do that again. So, which I'm happy about because it just means more vacations.
Oh, I did. Sorry. Last thing that I just remembered. If you have toddlers and they bring toys with them and you're on a balcony room, make sure they don't have the toys in their hands when you go out on the balcony, because they will.
Nemo now has a flashing dinosaur toy. What do you mean? You should be grateful.
Anyway, so
but also, well, kind of on that note too, I never felt unsafe having Lucas on the ship. Yeah. I know that's been like a hot topic recently because of like everything that's been going on. I never felt unsafe. He's a kid that gets into everything. Never felt unsafe. Never felt like, oh my God, he's gonna fall. Never once did I feel that. Probably our balcony was the closest that I ever felt that, and even then, it wasn't bad. Like, I mean, like, it came up to like here on me maybe, like, and Lucas is like to my knees. So I never felt unsafe having him on the ship. I never felt like he was going to do something where he was going to go overboard. Now, if he was a little bit taller and was like a little bit more conscious, maybe, but even then, like, it's hard to do. It's a concentrated effort to do it.
But for the most part, you felt very comfortable. Yeah. I think most cruises are fairly cognizant of kids and just humanity being humanity. So they
and
try
kids
to
move
make it
quick.
as difficult as possible.
Yeah, kids move quick. You can't always get to them when you need to. And I didn't feel that that was an issue when we were on the ship, like at all. So, yeah.
I would obviously go on another cruise again. I'm already planning a different cruise with other friends, Disney, next year, hopefully.
That we may or may not be going with.
May or may not be going on. So I will say it was a little different. Not being the planner, but not being the person who knew the most. Every single time that I've gone on a cruise beforehand, well, not every single time. When I was a child, doesn't count. The few times that I've gone on with my two college best friends, I was the one taking care of signing up for everything, making sure all the documents happened, booking where we were going, just taking care of all of the details. So even if I didn't know where everything was, I knew where the paperwork was, and I knew the big details.
Yeah.
It was interesting because our agency owner booked our rooms, so I didn't necessarily know any of that. And Brooke knows so much that it was wonderful, but it felt very weird, like not being the person that knows everything. But it was kind of nice.
What I said to her, I'm like, "Is this how you guys feel when I talk about Universal?" And she was like, "Yeah, this is how we feel when you talk about it."
It was kind of nice. Just be
you
like,
get to be a passenger princess.
Yeah.
Because you and I are never the passenger princesses because we're always the ones that are in charge.
We are type A and have to know everything.
Yeah, it was kind of nice to like have it for like a little bit of like, okay, tell me what to do. But then of course now I'm like, well, now I know what to do, so I'm going to be back in charge again.
Yeah. No. Next time we go on a cruise, we're still gonna like be buying the internet and texting Brooke like, "Hey, so we forgot about this. Can you help with that? Thanks."
Yep. Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. So like, I think it was a good experience for us too to be like reminded of like why it's good to have a travel agent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because we basically we had two of them. Yeah, like you said, Cheryl booked our rooms, and then Brooke was helping us out while we were there. And I think it was nice to be like, yeah, this is like valuable to people because it's valuable to us when we don't fully know everything quite yet.
And things that you wouldn't think of as the average guest getting on board. It's very nice to have someone that already knew that and could tell us what to do.
My guidebooks are going to be crazy.
Oh man. Okay. I will also say, sorry, last thing before we close this out, Meredith also had never been on a cruise before and was very anxious about going on the cruise. And I don't want to put words in her mouth, but she has already mentioned going on another one. Mm-hmm. So if it convinced her, I think it can convince just about everyone.
And Brooke's done 6 cruises or something in the last like 3 years or something crazy like that. Yeah. So yeah,
they're addictive and relatively affordable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they're all inclusive pretty much besides drinks. Food is all inclusive. Yeah, rephrase that, which is a big thing for a lot. Some people don't drink.
Yeah, and the beverages can be all inclusive if you get the beverage package.
I was going to say you can make it all inclusive. Yeah. Exactly. Huh. And also, at the time of this video, we are going to have a promo running too.
Oh, we do.
We do have a promo running. We'll put the details down in the caption because I don't have all of them and it's not a lot of details, but it's enough. I don't feel like spilling, but we'll put the details. We'll put the dates that this is running through. So if you're catching this the day it releases, I think you have about a week left. So, but we'll put the details down there for any Royal Cruise. I think it's any Royal Cruise.
Yeah, I believe so.
It'll be in the caption with the dates. So, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that's going to be it for this absurdly long episode of Wand and Crown because that's apparently all we know how to do anymore. I promise our next one will hopefully be short. We probably do need to get Amy on to talk about her experience with the kids clubs, because we did not experience the kids clubs because Lucas isn't old enough for it. Well, he is, but you wanted to keep an eye on him. Understandable. His first time anywhere besides Baltimore. And obviously I just didn't care. So, well, I mean, I did care, but like, it's different to go and look and to actually experience it.
Yes.
So maybe we'll make that our mini-sode at some point. Anyway, that is our episode. And if you have any questions, drop them down below, because obviously there was a lot that we didn't get to, and I'm sure there's a lot of questions because cruising is just so much.
Yeah.